Thanks for taking a break from the campaign trail and chatting with Canadian Taxpayers Federation.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for the invitation. Him and I talked about the costs of life and health, or group life and group health in programs that he had with his employees, and what that equated to in whether or not he could hire more if there was PST to be charged on that. Ultimately, it was a cost that he just didn't need on his business at that point in time, and it was one that he was going to have to deal with one or two employees, possibly less. It's at that point in time that I really realized the impact of what we're doing here on small business, on medium-sized businesses in the province, businesses that are employing people in communities across this province. And that's when we started to search real hard for some other alternatives to replace these dollars. We made a decision to reinstate the PST exemption on the life insurance, health insurance that includes group and health life in the case of employers' benefits, employees' benefits, but also crop and hail insurance is exactly the same argument that we've put forward as to making our industry, such as agriculture, uncompetitive, and that's why we wouldn't have such other taxes as a carbon tax. That would be an ideal situation, and I think it speaks to a broader conversation that we need to have as a government and as a people of the province once we're back to balance. Well, as I said, it's $120 million or thereabouts to reinstate that exemption. And what we've done is we've committed to a 5% reduction in our public service in the Crown corporations and the ministries proper, not in executive government, if you will, not frontline healthcare workers, not frontline educators across our province, but the executive government and the Crown corporations. We do that through attrition and retirements, not through pink slips. Over the course of 2 years. That would be a portion of our savings, and the second portion would be to forego the 0.5% corporate income tax reduction that we had projected out into next year's budget. We would put that on hold until such time that we can afford it. And there's a further $16 million that we'd be committed to finding as well through the budgetary process, which would ensure that these decisions are retroactive. We made the decision to move on it because we heard from virtually 100% of the people that we talked to that had concerns on these topics as to why they were challenging and why they should be removed, and we talked a little bit about that. We didn't want to do it without having a plan in place to have those funds in place to stay on our 3-year plan to balance. We would have liked to have even done it sooner, but it took us a little time to come up with a plan that we feel is more in tune with the people of the province, the people that I've talked to in the 100 rough communities that I've visited thus far. Mm-hmm. We feel this is an important initiative. We feel it is a differentiation between our camp, our team, my candidacy in this leadership race, and some of the other candidates. Not only that we're committed to doing it, but we also have a plan in place that will replace the funds so that we can remain on that plan to balance here in the province. You
know what, Canadian Taxpayers Federation supporters, we want the PST off of insurance. It's great to hear that coming up in the leadership campaign. Scott Moe, we really appreciate you dropping by today.
Thanks so much, Todd. Anytime.
All right.
Take care.